When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Wiker Realtors, the 515 Agency. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Ichthyosh Fitness. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. The Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team. Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club. And Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Ankeny Real Estate Group, Ted Sandine Photography, All-Star Concrete, Rainbow of the Heartland, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, and Made in the Shade Blinds and More. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Knockerball 118, 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company, Alter Trading Corporation, Fiscus Jewelers, Joe Bennett Homes, Summit Family Dental, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Wiker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Ichthyosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank. More than a bank.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Good evening and welcome to Centennial Digital on the Central Iowa Sports Network, driven by Freedom Tire. Tonight and always, our pregame show is brought to you by Signorama Ankeny. Signorama Ankeny is your full-service sign and graphics company. We design, produce, and install all types of exterior and interior signs, graphics for vehicles, including vehicle wraps, walls, windows, and doors. We also do banners, yard signs, business cards, real estate signs, trade show and exhibit displays, flags, and more. Call us at 515-216-1240 or visit www.signorama-ankeny.com. We are in postseason play with the Iowa High School Athletic Association, where tonight Iowa City West has made the trip down Interstate 80 to take on the Centennial Jaguars here at the Jungle on the north side of Ankeny. Good evening, everybody. Andy Pollack here with you on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. We've got a full crew in the house tonight to bring you the best production we can possibly do. Got multiple cameras, stats, graphics, everything you could ask for and more tonight. We want to be sure and thank all our postseason sponsors that are doing that, including our season-long sponsor, Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. They've presented our girls and boys basketball coverage all season long. Matt Pazusta and Ryan Hoover were recently recognized with a Community Investment Award from the Ankeny Economic Development Corporation, and look forward to helping you buy or sell your next home. A couple other big sponsors tonight: the Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club, the youth feeder program for the Centennial Jaguars. They've made sure that we got this on the air tonight, along with the Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team and the Parent Booster Club of the Ankeny Centennial Boys basketball team. So tonight, the Iowa City West Trojans coming to this game. They're 12-10 on the season, and that record can be a little deceiving because 7 of their 10 losses have come without their star player Kareem Earl, 6'4" forward, just a junior for Iowa City West. Kareem Earl, if that name may sound a little bit familiar, his father A.C. Earl played for the Iowa Hawkeyes back in the early 90s, late 80s. Back there when AC played, I remember watching him while I was growing up. And as we look around at this roster here tonight for Iowa City West, it truly is star-studded. There are names that you will recognize all throughout the evening that have to do with Iowa Hawkeye athletics, either former players, current coaches, including Jack McCaffrey, their star 6'8" sophomore forward. So looking forward to this one. The winner moves on to play the winner of Dowling and Cedar Falls. The loser turns in their equipment tomorrow morning. It's the Iowa High School Athletic Association Regional Semifinal coming your way next on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weichert Realtors, the 515 agency. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Igdrash Fitness. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. The Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team. Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club. And Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Ankeny Real Estate Group, Ted Sandine Photography, All-Star Concrete, Rainbow of the Heartland, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, and Made in the Shade Blinds and More. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Knockerball 118, 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company, Alter Trading Corporation, Fiscus Jewelers, Joe Bennett Homes, Summit Family Dental, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Drosh Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Welcome back to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollack with you here tonight, and it is Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason basketball action. Iowa City West here in town tonight, taking on the Centennial Jaguars, and we are about time to go. Starting lineups in tonight's game are brought to you by 72 Degrees. 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company. And the next voice you will hear will come from tonight's public address announcer, Cade Tomlinson.
A 6'3"
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Knockerball 118, 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company, Alter Trading Corporation, Fiscus Jewelers, Joe Bennett Homes, Summit Family Dental, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
The starting lineups are complete. The national anthem is complete, and the next step is to play some basketball here tonight from the jungle on the north side of Ankeny off State Street and 18th Street here as we get ready to go. Ankeny Centennial in their 10th year as a school trying to get to the state basketball tournament. The Jaguars come into this game with a 14-7 record. They played a grinder of a schedule to get to that point, and the Jaguars, talking to head coach Bob Fontana earlier today, said the solution tonight's not hard. They're going to have to defend and they're going to have to shoot well. So we've got a very, very boisterous crowd on hand. Good student section here on hand, and we are ready to go. Jack McCaffrey for Iowa City West, controlled by Chase Shuddy for Centennial. Iowa City West out there with Tavion Stevens, Jacob Cook, Kareem Earl, and Julian Manson. Shuddy backing in, little baby hook in the lane, can't get it to fall. Battles through, gets his own rebound. Can't get it to fall. Luke Winkle in the hand of the Giants tracks it down. He's open for three, can't get it to fall, and the rebound cleared out of there by Stevens. Trojans looking to run, bounce pass down low. McCaffrey right there, can't get the reverse layup to fall. Getting back in defensive transition, another huge key tonight, according to Centennial coach Bob Fontana. Luke Winkle with the basketball, swings it over here to Schurz. Schurz a very good three-point shooter, as well as Evan Bryant. Everyone on the court can pull the trigger here for Centennial right now. Evan Bryant down low. He backs in on Kareem Earl. Loses it momentarily, and Earl comes away with a steal. Quickly ahead, they get it. Brady Simcox up with a layup, and he gets it to fall. Excuse me, that's Jacob Cook. Jacob Cook's father played for the Hawkeyes as well. And the Trojans off to a quick 2-0 lead. Evan Bryant drives all the way in, up with a shot off the glass and in, ties it up at 2. Again, West wastes no time getting back. This is Julian Manson. His father's a football coach for the Hawkeyes. Stevens swings it around. Manson down in the corner. Then they quickly get it down low to Cook. Reverse layup is good. Iowa City West with cutters coming all over the place. And they are out to a 4-2 lead. Luke Winkle, the leading scorer here for Centennial, with a basketball. Swings it over to Bryan, now to Schurz. All the way out, Winkle, tough nose point guard for Centennial, finds a way to get to the basket. All the way down in the corner to Vasky. That shot not close. McCaffrey pushing it forward for West. Down in the corner for West, this is Manson as he backs in, up with a shot, blocked partially, battles through contact, gets his own rebound. Scrappy down low, they kick it out. This is Earl for three. He gets it to fall. 7-2 here as we are 2.5 minutes into this one. Iowa City West with the lead early on. Winkle has not got to the hoop yet as he kicks it out. Coach Steve Bergman and the Iowa City West bench wanted a walk. They may have had a gripe as Evan Bryan backs his way in on Earl. Steps through, puts it up and in. It's a league that I made famous back at the Ankeny YMCA right there for Evan Bryan. 3-point shot on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound tipped out of there. Battle all over the place, bodies all over. Shuddy comes away and it gets it ahead to Winkle. Down in the corner for Centennial. Luke Winkle kicks it out. Here's Schurz, the sniper for three, no good. Stevens comes away with a rebound for Iowa City West. Shot there for McCaffrey from 8 feet away. Can't get it to fall. Battling for the rebound. Putting it up and in is Julian Manson. Nine to 4. Iowa City West in the lead right now. Evan Bryan, baseline move. Bodies all over, but quickly taken away right there by Kareem Earl. They get it ahead. Cook kicks it back out to McCaffrey at the top of the key. Back over to Cook. Down in the corner, that is Manson. He's been tough on the board so far here tonight. Manson, just a freshman, 6'3" freshman for West. Into the lane, this is Stevens. Knocked away briefly by Winkle. Manson drives in, blocked out of there. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Manson continues to battle, still battling, and then Luke Winkle, though, comes away with a rebound. Gritty Iowa City West team. Luke Winkle all the way in, gets it to fall, and he'll have an opportunity to complete the 3-point play. Wow, you talk about some physical basketball tonight. If you're a fan of a game like this, wow. Teams up and down the floor so far. Hard-nosed, blue-collar basketball. So Luke Winkle steps up to the free throw line. Gets it to fall. 9 to 7. Iowa City West in the lead. This first quarter is brought to you by the All-Star Concrete Team, specializing in all your commercial and street paving needs. Into the game for Centennial, Connor Welsh in with our first Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution of the evening. That shot no good in Centennial, trying to tie it up or take their first lead of the evening. Winkle, they clear out for him, kick it out on the corner, and Baskey traveled with a basketball. Got our cameraman Luke Vaskey down there underneath the basket, having to become part of the action as he gets the loose ball. McCaffrey to take the ball out of bounds for the Trojans. Stevens with a basketball right now. He hands it off to Manson. And now into the game, Brady Simcox. He throws it down low, knocked away momentarily as Manson kicks it back out to Ben Hofer. Swung around, tipped away momentarily by Easton Pratt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Manson gets it down low. McCaffrey from 28 feet away. 3-point shot on the way here from Stevens is no good. And the rebound tracked down in the corner by Connor Welsh. And you could not let up with the basketball at all against this Iowa City West team. Vaskey up off the glass and good. And he ties it up. 2:15 to go here in the first quarter. Crazy game here so far. 3-point shot on the way, no good. Jaguars clear. This is Vaskey going 3-on-3. Easton Pratt also into the game for the Jaguars. Vaskey drives in, kicks it out up top to Winkle. Winkle finds himself in the lane. The floater, no good. Tipped up off the glass, no good. Tipped out of bounds by McCaffrey. And the Jaguars will hang on to the basketball. Jack Kirby also checks into the game for the Jaguars here with 1:49 to go in the first period. If you're a fan of the Jaguars, such a tough draw to get in your first game here in the postseason. This Iowa City West team is loaded with dudes. 9-9 our score right now. 1:49 to go in the first quarter. Luke Winkle lobs it in there to Shuddy. Back to Winkle. See how long these teams can play at this pace. Winkle loses the ball momentarily, and ball in the lane. Probably getting called for 3 seconds. And no, before that, it is a jump ball and Iowa City West will get it on the alternate possession. Jacob Cook back into the game for Iowa City West. Really nice crowd on hand here tonight. Iowa City West brought a ton of fans down I-80. As the ball up top goes to Kareem Earl. Hands off to McCaffrey. Averages just under 17 points a game for Coach Steve Bergman's squad. McCaffrey, free throw line jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped out of there, and coming away with it is Easton Pratt. Recently out of his walking boot is Pratt, the senior. Good to see him back. He lets loose a three, no good. And the rebound to Brady Simcox. He goes to push it, Winkle knocks it away. They kick it back to McCaffrey. Over to Earl. McCaffrey once again. Into the lane, back out they go to McCaffrey. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 45 seconds on the game clock. Earl has it tipped away momentarily. Cook gets it to fall. Excuse me, yes, that's Cook. Cook and Simcox from up here look like they could be twins. I'm a face guy, not a numbers guy, so looking at those guys look like they could be brothers out there. Jaguars going to hold for one. There's about a 1.5 seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Winkle dribbling out up here. Now with 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. Winkle going to try to tie it up. Actually, let's loose on a three shot. It's good. Ankeny Real Estate Group three-point shot is good, and Iowa City West not going to get one off. And the Jaguars take their first lead of the game, 12-11, in a very entertaining first quarter. We'll be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
And we're back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Andy Pollack with you here tonight, high above the court on the north side of Ankeny, where Iowa City West has come to town. Jaguars lead them right now 12-11 in this regional, let's see, what do they call it? The regional semifinal game, I guess, right now. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Dowling or Cedar Falls. That game will be on Tuesday night at a site to be determined, as they will play that at a neutral site. Winkle. Down to the corner now, Evan Bryan back in the game. Easton Pratt now with the basketball. Over to Welsh. Recently picked up a couple football offers, gets the ball back. Winkle, down low he goes. That power dribble, kicks out to Welsh. He goes in with a left hand up and no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Julian Manson. Iowa City West will run every opportunity they have. The key is to not get lost in transition, and what a move as Tavion Stevens uses that little Euro step to get around the defense, and he puts it in. Gives West the lead back at 13-12. Winkle. Blue collar into the lane, up with a shot. Can't get it to fall, but draws the contact. And Luke Winkle, the junior, will have an opportunity to shoot a couple free throws. Luke Winkle has been such a fun player to watch develop throughout the course of this season. If there's one word to describe his playing style, it is fearless. The guy battles through contact. He invites contact, actually, then battles through it every time he's got the basketball. Ties it up there with that first free throw and gives the Jags the lead with a second. Iowa City West, the Trojans, back on the attack. Our second quarter is brought to you by West 40 Market. We'll tell you more about them here in a second. Right now with the basketball for Iowa City West is Brady Simcox. They swing it around into the lane. This is Cook. Spin move, kicks it back out to Stevens. It hangs in the lane, can't get it to fall. Rebound battle for Stevens, has it, and then he is fouled out there by Nick Vasky. In the battle for the ball, you saw Vasky just reach in and grab Stevens' arm. West 40 Market is your one-stop shop for individual cuts of Iowa-raised beef, pork, chicken, bison, turkey, and lamb. From ground meats, steaks, and beef snack sticks to brisket and roasts, you'll love the variety of cuts they offer. Located in Uptown Ankeny, they also carry a variety of local honey, rubs, jams, and sauces. Shop in-store or online for convenient pickup, delivery, or shipping nationwide. Follow them on Facebook or Instagram at West 40 Market. Another foul there. Iowa City West will get the ball back, trailing by 1. See if my boy basketball goes in. Creates some space, nothing called, and Manson hits the floater and gives the Trojans the lead back. Winkle now with the basketball in this back and forth second quarter. Evan Bryan hands off to Welsh. Back to Winkle. Bodies his way in. Nice pass down low to Evan Bryan. Tries to create some space. His baby hook is good. Evan Bryan someday is going to dominate Parks and Rec League with his moves down low, those long arms. Reminds me somewhat of a George Niang back in the past for Iowa State. Shot coming outside from Cook, no good, and Luke Winkle gets the board. Jags going to try to extend their lead. They're up by 1. Winkle nearly fell, then drives all the way in. Floater up, no good. Rebound out of there to McCaffrey. Again, West pushes it, leaving it to McCaffrey. Jags go for the steal briefly, nothing there. Back out now to Tavion Stevens. Another junior in this lineup for Iowa City West. McCaffrey backs in. Thought he switched pivot feet as they swing it around. Three-point shot on the way from Simcox, no good. Cook. 5 minutes to go.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Wiker Realtors, the 515 Agency.
All right, here we go. Hopefully got our internet connection all figured out right now as we get ready to start the second half. Jaguars quickly stolen away. Evan Bryan all the way down, lays it in. Evan Bryan puts it in and gives the Jaguars a 30-20 lead. Back the other way in the lane, no good. Up with a rebound is Chase Shuddy. And Winkle comes away with the board. Winkle all the way in. Pulls it back out. Evan Bryan, who has been hot tonight, finding his way craftily around the basket. Winkle with the ball now, kicks it out. Shuddy loses it momentarily. Back over to Schurz. Up top, Evan Bryan. Is he feeling it? No, not quite. But the rebound comes out to Shuddy. Winkle drops in the three-point shot. The Ankeny Real Estate Group three-point shot. And gives the Jaguars a 13-point lead. In another game of interest right now, as Shuddy comes away with a steal. Dowling and Cedar Falls are tied at 29 at half. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game. Into the lane, back out. Winkle. Schurz for three. Not quite. Long rebound comes out of there to Earl. Into the lane, Manson up with a shot. He can't get it to fall, but he's kind of backed into by Shuddy as they kind of got lost in all the motion down there. This is our Rainbow of the Heartland third quarter. Parents and grandparents, check out Rainbow of the Heartland in Grimes for the best in swing sets, basketball hoops, courts, and trampolines. They also offer commercial playgrounds and have been Iowa's playground superstore for 25 years. Call 1-800-RAINBOW or visit rainbowoftheheartland.com. As the second free throw falls there for Manson, and the Jaguars going to try to add to their 12-point lead here as we approach the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. In the lane, shot there by Winkle, no good. McCaffrey up to get the rebound. West again on the run. Swinging it around, this is Stevens. Now down to the corner, Manson, back up to Stevens. Hands it off, Manson in the lane, up with the shot, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. And it will head back to Centennial. Easton Pratt back into the game with our Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Jaguars with the basketball. Into the lane, up with a shot, no good. There is Evan Bryan. And McCaffrey tries to get it ahead, but Shuddy gets a foot in there, and it's knocked out of bounds. As the ball gets kicked out, over here into the game right now for West is Keegan Sherwood. They go down low to Manson. Blocked out of there. Back up with the ball. This is Sherwood now. And there's going to be a foul called on Nick Vasky. Connor Welsh comes back into the ballgame for the Jaguars. Provided some good minutes there in the latter stage of the first quarter into the second quarter. With the basketball right now, this is Stevens. Swings it over in the corner to Manson as they sag off him. He drives in on Shuddy. Kick it out to Stevens for three. It's good. Tavion Stevens knocks it back to a 9-point lead. Evan Bryan now hands it off to Shuddy. He was huge in the first half, was Bryan. Shuddy has it blocked out of there by the taller McCaffrey. They go in the wraparound pass. Nice look down there from Manson. Sherwood can't get it to fall. They kick it back out. McCaffrey kept a long left toe on the ground. Up with a shot is good there for Julian Manson. Excuse me, 30 in the game right now for Iowa City West is Mason Woods, who's in the game right now. And a quick timeout whistled here. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well and be back right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
Out of the timeout, it's 33-26 in a very, very fast-moving game. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Jaguars leading 33-26 over Iowa City West. Evan Bryan, they get him down low on McCaffrey, up with a shot off the glass once again. And Evan Bryan has just been outstanding underneath the basket tonight. So crafty around the bucket, so soft off the glass. Woods tries to throw it down low to McCaffrey. He's fouled by Easton Pratt. Stevens kicks it over, and we're going to have a foul away from the basketball, offensive foul. That is whistled on Stevens. The last score we had some people asking about Urbandale and Waukee. The last score we had, they were tied at 7, but that was about a half hour ago. That's the latest update. Jaguars here, though, lead by 9. Luke Winkle with the basketball. Pops open the 18-footer, gets it to fall. Quickly off the steal. Winkle, pester McCaffrey. Up with a shot and good. Right there is Mason Woods. Jaguars with the basketball right now. Evan Bryan loses the basketball. It goes out of bounds, and they say it goes off him underneath the basket, and the ball will go back to West. Back the other way. Tavion Stevens, hands off, gets the ball back. Kicks it out here, all the way in. Manson, and he travels with the basketball. No, they call a jump ball. Got tied up with Shuddy. Minute 51 to go in our Rainbow of the Heartland third quarter. The Jaguars holding on to a 9-point lead. Luke Winkle with the basketball. Over to Shuddy. Gives it here to Schurz up top. Shuddy back to Winkle. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Down in the corner, Evan Bryan for three. He's open, in rhythm. And he gets the Ankeny Real Estate Group three-point shot to fall. And the Jaguars are up by a dozen. And a steal coming away for the Jags. They get it ahead to Winkle, and no, back the other way. Knocked out of there. Shuddy saved the layup for Iowa City West. And now we've got a minute left in the third quarter. Jaguars by 12. Luke Winkle lets loose a three-point shot. Can't get it to fall. Right there for the rebound is Kirby. He can't get it to fall. And now West with a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Stevens with a basketball for West. Nice move. Little step to get around Winkle. Winkle is limping up and down the floor. He's having a tough time getting back. Shot clock is off now. 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Luke Winkle's getting counted right now. I'm not sure he realized it. He is sporting a huge scratch on his right shoulder right now. Looks like a fingernail caught him at some point. 4 seconds. Winkle, the floater, gets it to fall. And the Jaguars will take a 14-point lead into the fourth quarter here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. As the Jaguars lead by 14, 42-28. As we'll try to get a score from the Dowling Cedar Falls game. Right now, Jaguars in control. They played great defense so far here tonight. And the steal comes away. Schurz all the way in on McCaffrey. I say he might have wanted to think twice about that on the 6'8 McCaffrey. Luke Winkle now with the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and Coach Bob Fontana, it looks like Kirby's got a bloody nose. They need to get him out. Continues to bleed. He's got a good one down there. They want to get him away. He's got a pretty good one down there. They got some blood on the floor. It appears they need to get cleaned up as well. Each team is sent to their spot. Going to get the trainers out on the floor to get things cleaned up. Looking down there right now is the Jaguars. We'll have 18 seconds on the shot clock when they come back out. They've got some blood, though, they need to get cleaned up at the moment. The trainers are getting their gloves on. While they do that, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this on Centennial Digital.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know, you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Score in our U.S. Cellular look around the league. Waukee leading Urbandale right now, 37-29. They are halfway through the third quarter. And again, our last report from Cedar Falls tonight, the winner of this game will head to play the winner of the Cedar Falls and Dowling game tonight, and that is tied at halftime, tied at 29. So try to get you more of those scores as they become available. Yeah, that is our last score there that we have. Urbandale 29, Waukee 37. See if we continue to get everything cleared up out there on the floor. Get all the specks of blood that we've got. I didn't see any contact made. Jack Kirby, though, looked like blood was, they said he took an elbow. Okay, gotcha. Didn't notice anything egregious out there, but yeah, looks like Jack Kirby took an elbow and got a bloody nose. So back in the locker room right now, but we are set to go with the action once again. 7:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Jags lead 42-28. Shuddy with the basketball right now. Hands off to Winkle. Winkle. Thought about the three. He's got it back. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Winkle gets fouled as he shoots a three-pointer at the horn. And Luke Winkle will have a chance to shoot three. He got Mason Woods up in the air, and they said, so Winkle will have a chance now to really extend this Jaguar lead. Makes it now a 15-point game. Gets the second as well. Evan Bryant at last check check our stats, 21 points right now. Luke Winkle starting to add to that right now as well. Winkle, the old-fashioned three-point play, gets all three free throws and puts the Jaguars up by 17. Cook kicks it out to McCaffrey on the baseline. Jags have done a pretty good job keeping McCaffrey in check tonight. That three-point shot no good. Luke Winkle comes away with a rebound. We have seen some big leads that the Jags have come back on this year, and that makes no one feel comfortable at all, knowing what can happen as Stevens comes away with a steal there, lays it up and in, knocks it back down to a 15-point game. Jaguars going to reset, and I'm not sure what's going on here. The officials take a quick timeout. They want to discuss something. They want to set the shot clock, reset the shot clock to 33 seconds. Okay. One of those things that the game gets stopped, and I guess it does add 8 seconds to the Jags on the shot clock now. Does give Iowa City West an opportunity to set up their pressure. Jags get it into Schurz. Pratt. Now Winkle with the basketball. Quick release on the three. Can't get it to fall, but right there, Shuddy on the rebound. Winkle wasn't ready for it. All the way in. Stevens can't get it to fall. Manson there, and there's no foul called. McCaffrey got hit pretty good on the three-point shot. No foul called. And the Jaguars now with a fresh set. Cedar Falls has taken a 2-point lead over Dowling with 6 minutes left in that one. The winner of this will play the winner of that game. Schurz kicks it out in the corner. Shuddy for three. In and out, no good. Manson up high to grab the rebound for Iowa City West. All the way and up with a shot. Stevens has started to get to the hoop a lot better. In there for the rebound is Earl. He puts it up and in, and just like that, it's down to a 13-point lead. Iowa City West getting to the basket a little bit easier here lately. Winkle hands it off over there to Vasky. Back up top, Schurz into the lane. Off the glass and good. Man, the Jaguars have been so good off the glass here tonight. Lead back up to 15. We'll take a quick break and back after this.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Wiker Realtors, the 515 Agency. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Garage Fitness, Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team, Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club, and Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law.
And we're back here at the Jungle on the north side of Ankeny. I did have a score check there at the break. It appears Waukee is now up by 13 on Urbandale in the fourth quarter. And at last check, Cedar Falls led by 2 over Dowling. Only scores we have to report for you here tonight. Smith with the basketball, now McCaffrey. McCaffrey hands off to Stevens. Swinging around into the lane, back out to Stevens. 3-point shot on the way, short, no good. And now Evan Bryan gets the rebound, gets it ahead all the way down. That's Kirby now back in the game. He's wearing number 30 after getting blood on his uniform. And the Jags not able to capitalize there. Then the 3-point shot fading away there from Jacob Cook. And it's down to a 12-point game. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Winkle all the way down. No one picks him up off the glass. He can't get it to fall. Rebound there by Vasky. And he's fouled, and he'll have a chance to shoot a couple. So Vasky steps up to the free throw line for the Jaguars. Don't forget to stick around after the game. We will name our Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law player of the game. Your local attorneys with a team to fit your legal needs. Reach out to us at LGL Law. And can't get it to fall. Jags by 13. McCaffrey gets it ahead to Manson. Now Cook. Back up top to McCaffrey. They have known where he is all night long. Simcox goes up, draws some contact, and gets it to fall. Chance to get this back down to a 10-point lead. Vasky gets his third foul called on him. And Simcox will have a chance to get this back down to a 10-point lead. A little bit strong. Pratt kicks it out of there. Long rebound and save back in. Now Cook for 3. No good. And Luke Winkle gets it. Winkle against some pressure. Now to Easton Pratt. Nearly taken away. Ball over the place. McCaffrey's got it. McCaffrey up with a shot. Can't get it to fall, and a foul whistled on Luke Winkle, who's trying to take a charge. Pretty much standing under the basket, so no charge called. Things get a little sloppy on the Jaguars' end right now. McCaffrey gets the first one to fall. Coach Bob Fontana wants a timeout here to talk about things, maybe get the Jags back all on the same page. We'll take one as well and be back right after this on
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Ankeny Real Estate Group, Ted Sandine Photography, All-Star Concrete, Rainbow of the Heartland, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, and Made in the Shade Blinds and More.
So we are told by our staff here that McCaffrey, who has come into the game averaging just under 17 points a game, just got his first point of the night. Jaguars have obviously known where Jack McCaffrey has been all night long, the very talented sophomore, youngest son of Iowa Hawkeyes head coach Fran McCaffrey. 3:19 to go in the ball game right now, and he'll have a chance to get his second point of the night. Discussion at the scorers table right now about timeouts remaining. And as of right now, it appears each team has 3 timeouts to go. Another discussion as we come back. Not sure what the full discussion is about. Can't hear it from up here. Whatever it is, I'm not sure that Iowa City West head coach Steve Bergman likes the answer to it. I think they're trying to get Mason Woods into the game, and they were not able to here. I don't know if it's too late in the timeout or what. McCaffrey can't get that to fall. The ball is whipped out of bounds by Cook, and it will head back to the Jaguars. As Mason Woods checks back into the game. Pratt gets it in there to Bryan, who's been a little quiet lately after getting 21 in the first 3 quarters of the game. Winkle gets some contact to the face there momentarily. Now Schurz with the basketball. Schurz milking that shot clock down to 15 seconds to go. Shuddy back to Schurz. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Schurz spin move in the lane. Can't get it to fall. Up high to get the rebounds, Brady Cook. Luke Winkle tips the ball out of bounds. It will remain with Iowa City West. 2:45 to go here in the ball game. 31 seconds to go on the shot clock. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution brings Nick Vasky back into the game. Cook gets it into McCaffrey, backing in on Shuddy. He hands off to Stevens. Simcox, long toe, keeps it on the ground. Stevens, some fancy dribbling on the far side. Kicks it out over here. McCaffrey lets loose a 3-point shot. It's short. And Easton Pratt gets the rebound. The ball's tipped out of there, though, on the outlet by Jacob Cook. Four minutes left in the ball game. Waukee leading Urbandale 48-33. Here with 2:23 to go, Evan Bryan comes back in the game for the Jaguars. Cedar Falls leads 43-41 at the end of the third quarter. And Luke Winkle is fouled by Mason Woods. Just a second foul on Woods, a 4th on Iowa City West, which means they're going to foul a little bit if they want to get the Jags to the free throw line as Jags get the ball in. Pratt now with the basketball, kicks it back out. Chance to restart things with 30 on the shot clock. Winkle all the way in, hangs in the lane, up with a shot off the glass and in. Luke Winkle gets the Jags back up by 12. Under 2 minutes to go. Timeout. Steve Bergman at Iowa City West. Time to look up some scores. We'll be back right after this. Centennial Digital driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Back here on the north side of Ankeny with 1:56 to go in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars lead 50-38. It has been the Evan Bryan show for the Jags here tonight. However, lately, though, Luke Winkle has really started to get to the basket for the Jaguars. Stevens gets it in to McCaffrey, back to Stevens. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Down low they go to McCaffrey. Isolate on Shuddy, now draws the double team. They kick it all the way out on the corner to Simcox. Kind of a knuckleball. And Shuddy gets the rebound taken away, and Shuddy gets it back and saves it in off Luke Winkle. He whips the ball in off his own teammate. He was just trying to get it in and put a tattoo on Luke Winkle's chest. It goes out of bounds, and the ball will stay with Iowa City West. Fresh 35 with 1:36 to go on the game clock. McCaffrey backing his way in on Shuddy, up with a shot, no good. Rebound out of there, though, to Manson. Manson kicks it out, nearly stolen away by Winkle. Down in the corner, Stevens, three-point shot, good. Tavion Stevens left open. Gets it down to a 9-point game with 1:24 to go. One more break, and we'll be back.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
1:24 to go in this one. Jaguars lead by 9. Hoping to take on the winner of Cedar Falls or Dowling. One of the teams they played twice this year. The other team they haven't played at all. That'll be at a neutral site on Tuesday night. Nick Vasky gets the inbounds play. Winkle now. See how West determines they're going to defend here. They might want to foul Winkle, and he is fouled there by Mason Woods. Third foul on Woods, and 2 fouls away from getting into the bonus. Pratt gets it all the way into Winkle. He's fouled once again. Woods kind of has become the sacrificial lamb out there on the court now, as he will be the one defending Winkle and assigned to foul him right now with 1:09 to go. That is the 6th team foul. Pratt, and there's going to be a foul before it gets in, and that foul is going to be whistled on Jacob Cook, and that will send Luke Winkle to the free throw line, where he's been really, really good tonight. Jack McCaffrey checks back in for offensive purposes for West. Winkle gets the Jags back up by double digits, and now 11. Luke Winkle taking over when it's been needed here tonight. Stevens all the way in. Nice crossover dribble, and it's blocked out of there by Winkle. Cook lets loose a three-point shot. It's good. Man, that net didn't even move. Had to do a double take. And it's down to an 8-point lead. Jags going to take a timeout. Probably a smart decision there by Easton Pratt. Reload things. 49.6 seconds to go. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. Just under a minute to go. Right now, the Jaguars trying to move on to take on either Cedar Falls or Dowling on Tuesday night next week. The girls basketball team has already punched their ticket. They'll play Monday morning against Waterloo West at Wells Fargo Arena in the girls state basketball tournament. The boys trying to do the same. They'll first finish off this one, and then they'll have one more game to try to get to state. 49.6 seconds to go. Jaguars lead 52-44. Easton Pratt to trigger for Centennial. They lob the ball into Shuddy over the top. Shuddy all the way as he tries to go down, and then Stevens fouls him. Chase Shuddy will have a chance for the 1-and-1. Chase Shuddy's been really, really good tonight defending Jack McCaffrey. He has drawn that assignment and drawn it very well. Shuddy steps up to the free throw line. Gets it to fall. I'm not sure the Jaguars have missed a free throw tonight. They have missed one, okay. Thankful for our Prairie Trail Sports Complex statisticians here tonight. Thank you, Dave Lane and Prairie Trail Sports Complex. I know he's conflicted here tonight, Dave. Ankeny royalty right now. The sports complex is an Iowa City West alum. Wanted to make sure we gave a shout out tonight to Coach Gordo. Gordon Runquist. His health battles right now. That shot nearly banked in. Now in the scramble. 3-point shot on the way. Good. Whoa. Just like that. 18.9 seconds to go, and it's down to a 4-point lead. Full timeout. We'll take one more and be back right after this.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Knockerball 118, 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company, Alter Trading Corporation, Fiscus Jewelers, Joe Bennett Homes, Summit Family Dental, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. .9 seconds to go. The possession arrow favors Ankeny Centennial, and they will be shooting 1-and-1 if they get fouled by West, but a couple 3-point shots by West has this suddenly down to a 4-point game. Jaguars could use a bucket, more importantly get some time off the clock. They get the ball into Winkle. Winkle gets fouled now by Brady Simcox. Send Luke Winkle to the free throw line. Luke Winkle, a 75% free throw shooter. Gets the front end of the 1-and-1. Very important. Gets it back up to a 5-point lead. 17.1. They only got just over a second off the clock on that possession. Winkle gets the second one as well. Stevens now runs it up the floor. The clock on our stream is not official as Stevens can't get that to fall. Everyone around for the rebound. Who else but Luke Winkle tracking down the rebound with 7.6 seconds to go. And he's got an opportunity to make this a 3-possession game if he can get it to fall. He has been so good in crunch time tonight. Luke Winkle for the Jaguars.
The crowd stands up to applaud the effort as the Jags make their way down to the other end of the court. And a lot of the fans now starting to make their way out of here. Luke Winkle's free throw shooting down the stretch has been absolutely clutch, and he hits another. And one more for good measure for Luke Winkle. 7.6 seconds to go. As they get it to Cook, he gets it to fall. Wow. With 2.6 seconds to go, Coach Bergman wants a timeout as the clock would have run out. We'll take one more timeout and be back right after this.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
This will be the last home game for the Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. An opportunity to say goodbye to Drew Schurz, Easton Pratt, Jack Kirby, Evan Bryan, Andrew Smith, and Cal Johnson for the Jaguars. Regardless, they will not play at home in their next game. It'll be a neutral site, assuming that in the course of the next 2 seconds, that a miracle doesn't happen and the Jaguars can win this one. We do not have a final yet from Cedar Falls. Last check, Cedar Falls led Dowling by 2. That was midway through the fourth quarter. Easton Pratt to get it in. Basically just got to get it in bounds. He does, and that'll do it. The Jaguars move on, survive and advance. Some big hugs for the Jaguars at center court here tonight. 57-52, the final. Jaguars top Iowa City West. We will be back with our post-game show right after this on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did. And, you know, you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel, Nick Fitness, Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital, the Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team, Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club, and Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Ankeny Real Estate Group, Ted Sandine Photography, All-Star Concrete, Rainbow of the Heartland, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, and Made in the Shade Blinds and More.
And welcome back to the north side of the Ankeny. Tonight with the final score, Jaguars move on in Iowa High School Athletic Association postseason basketball action. They win 57-52, and it is a final. They will play tonight, or they will play on Tuesday night against Cedar Falls. So could be a really fun week next week if things play out for Jaguar Athletics, as the girls will play on Monday morning against Waterloo West. That'll be at 11:45 downtown at Wells Fargo Arena. The boys then will play on Tuesday night, and if the girls win, they'll play on Wednesday. So see if I have a voice left after that one. All those games will figure out a way. I know that both girls' games will be streamed video and audio. Obviously, the boys' game, we're going to try to figure out a way to get probably just audio, because that will be at a neutral site. So we'll have some logistical things to try to get that one on the air. So at least try to get you the audio of that one. And again, that will be on Tuesday night. Time for a look at the stats tonight, brought to you by Iowa's premier indoor youth sports facility, which is open right now in Ankeny. Visit prairietrailsc.com to learn more about the field house at Prairie Trail Sports Complex. And Dave Lane, Iowa City West alum, now living on the north side of Ankeny. Dave Lane is the proprietor of that fine establishment, and he has been that's been a welcome addition to the community of Ankeny. Looking at things for Iowa City West, Jacob Cook, the leading scorer tonight, he had 21. Julian Manson had 10. Simcox with 8. Stevens with 8. Earl with 6. And McCaffrey with 3. Woods rounded things out with 2. So Jack McCaffrey, the leading scorer for this Iowa City West squad, ended up with just 3 points there tonight. An outstanding job by Coach Bob Fontana's defense, keeping that most likely future Division I basketball player very much in check. For the Jaguars, it was the Winkle and Bryan show. Evan Bryan, 21 points through 3 quarters, and then Luke Winkle with 26 points to end things out. He was so good down the stretch. In fact, Luke Winkle hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 free throws. He hit them all. He was 13 for 13 at the free throw line. Great night for Luke Winkle. Outstanding shooting there for Luke Winkle on the evening for the Jags tonight. They were 16 of 18 from the free throw line, which is exactly what you need if you are going to advance in postseason play. In fact, more than made up for the 3 for 13 shooting they were from the three-point line. So thanks for watching tonight. We had a full crew on hand here tonight. Ellie, Cooper, Luke, Addie, Brooklyn, everyone on hand making sure this broadcast went smoothly. Thanks everyone for watching with us throughout the course of the first half, and we had a couple little issues but got things rolling again. Our next production on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire, will be Tuesday night. In what capacity, we just don't know yet, but we'll see if we can get things squared away to get that done. Hopefully you can make it. You don't even need to rely on us, but if you can't, as always, you can catch that game right here on the Central Iowa Sports Network YouTube channel. I'm Andy Pollock. Good night, everyone. It's time to head to the cabaret and celebrate.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire, brought to you by these generous local businesses. Wiker Realtors, the 515 Agency. Wendy Thompson, an affiliate of Humble Travel. Igdrash Fitness. Heart of Ankeny Animal Hospital. The Amanda Fontana Real Estate Team. Ankeny Centennial Basketball Club. And Lamberti, Goki, and Lucci Law.
Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Ankeny Real Estate Group, Ted Sandine Photography, All-Star Concrete, Rainbow of the Heartland, Sinorama Ankeny, West 40 Market, the all-new Prairie Trail Sports Complex, and Made in the Shade Blinds and More. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. The Iowa Rush Soccer Club, Knockerball 118, 72 Degrees, The Comfort Company, Alter Trading Corporation, Fiscus Jewelers, Joe Bennett Homes, Summit Family Dental, and Lincoln Savings Bank, member FDIC. Postseason basketball coverage on Centennial Digital is driven by Freedom Tire and brought to you by these generous local businesses. Weicker Realtors, the 515 Agency, Ankeny Orthodontics, U.S. Cellular, Reed Plumbing, the Sassy Flower Bakery, and Cabaret Sports Bar and Grill.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
What does it mean for Lincoln Savings Bank to be more than a bank? You know how a library used to be a place you went to find a book using the Dewey Decimal System, which you never really understood? Well, the modern library is a place where providing access to books is one of many offerings. Lincoln Savings Bank is more than just a place you get your mortgage from and have your checking account. It is also a place you get insurance. It's a place you can get financial planning advice. It's a place you can do college planning. Have I made my point? Lincoln Savings Bank, more than a bank.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.